Om, 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 Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Brahma Miristripuran Takare, Banusha Shivami Sutta, Buddhasha Gurusha Shukra, Shani Rahu Keteva, Sarvigraha Shantikara Bhavantu. Om Om Hrim Shukraya Namaha. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of Kozmickev100. This one is for starting with the evening of Friday, the 22nd of September 2023, going all the way through the 28th of September 2023. Now this week tonight, as I'm recording this, the sun moves into Libra, in other words, in Western astrology. So this is the forecast of the equinox, and so the autumnal equinox. So the days get shorter and the nights are longer and longer, and progressively by the 25th there'll be more darkness and light. It doesn't happen just at once, so it takes a few days because light is so much more powerful than darkness. And it's important to know that and to keep that in mind. Now, looking at the sky, I'd find the moon in the constellation of Sagittarius, and the portion of the moon of the first part of Sagittarius is the Mula lunar mansion, or the Mula nakshatra. And so Mula is ruled by Ketu. Ketu is the root of things. Ketu is our gut feeling, it's our spiritual instinct. Mula literally means the root, and Mula is located in the center of the Milky Way galaxy, where they say all the secrets of the universe are held. And so Mula people are considered to be very intuitive, and they're often healers because these roots are, that Naritri, the goddess of calamity, is also like a goddess of healing too, because she carries roots and she tries to bring things in order and show you what you don't need. And so even though it can be a tumultuous moon, there are great rewards because it is in Sagittarius, Jupiter ruled, it's highly spiritual, it's highly intuitive, and it brings forth more opportunities towards moksha, or liberation. Now in Western astrology today, we'd say that we had a moon that went into Capricorn, I think around 1, a little after 1 today. And so Capricorn moon is about practicalities, keeping things practical. Sun's still in Virgo until tonight. Basically, Saturday morning we wake up with the sun in Libra, and that, I guess, the earthy heaviness and criticism should hopefully diminish a little bit. The sun is moving through the nakshatra though of Uttara Falguni, which is, any sun-ruled nakshatra is about bringing the truth, it's about helping other people, it's about guidance, and, because that nakshatra is ruled by Aryaman, who gives us boons and stuff, a lot of good deeds, a lot of good things are going to happen. The other thing is that later on this week, it's really early Friday morning, but it's actual, Thursday night will be that fullest moon, through early Friday morning. It peaks, I think a little bit before 3 in the morning on, I think it's 2:58 a.m. on Friday morning, and that will be in Uttara Bhadrapada. So the Uttara Bhadrapada moon is ruled by Adhir Bunya, Serpent of the Deep. It's the tail end of the funeral cot, and it's a Saturn-ruled nakshatra. It also makes it a really good nakshatra. So it could aid in economic opportunities and people being with their children or grandchildren. And overall, it's also the harvest moon. And, this week, Sunday night, Monday is Yom Kippur, it's a day of atonement. And so, as we say, Shana Tova, people traditionally fast. This is a day where we really try to ask forgiveness for our misdeeds and to be at one with others, that we have a better year and forgive everyone who might have wronged us, all those things. We look for that mercy. Day of fasting, very powerful day of fasting and prayer. And it's also the end of the festival of Ganesha, the 9-day festival of Ganesha. It removes obstacles and bestows blessings. So there's some really interesting parallels going on in the universe right now. And so with that said, we're going to go sign by sign, starting with you, Aries. So greetings, Aries, and welcome to your horoscope. So, the first thing is that we've got Mars in the 7th house. So, I remember hearing Sanjay Roth, a Vedic astrologer, say when Mars is in your 7th house, it makes people like a sweetheart. There's something very pleasant about them. And so, it also, though, in Western astrology, 7th house can be open confrontations. It's not only the house of marriage, ironically, it's a house of confrontations. And so this could also herald, a legal confrontation, an open enemy. And, you're not afraid of anything. I get that. And, but I think things are going to be favorable for you. The wealth is there with Jupiter and Uranus in the 2nd. Wealth can come and go quickly, though, and really your spiritual wealth is your only real wealth, anyhow. With that said, this full moon will be in Aries in Western astrology on Thursday night, Friday morning. And that can be one of the most violent full moons. It's just like everybody just kind of takes a few deep breaths, keep it chill. People get a little bit wild here in the harvest moon. All right. Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So, Venus is still in Leo. I think by the end of the week it'll be in the constellation of Leo too. We'll be getting closer to it. But in any event, this is about you focusing on your home, on your family, on what your feelings are. Who do you consider your real tribe? And moving forward with that. The full moon, which is going to be in Aries in your 12th house, I would stay home. Personally, I would just that could be the house of loss. So I just say, think of it as a time to dream and get a little extra sleep. Call your mom.
Okay, sorry, I have to move.
We're moving here, folks. We're shaking and quaking here.
Sorry.
I don't want to edit. So I'm going to just say greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, Mercury's still in Virgo, so that is an exalted Mercury. And Mercury's in your 4th house. 4th house, once again, it's about home, and it's about taking yourself to a place of better understanding. It's also about resources too. Like you could sell some fixed item and make some money this week. The full moon in Aries, that will be like you go out and party. That's like your social life, the 11th house. So I could see that being temptation for you to get out there on a wild Aries moon. Just take caution, like I always say. It's moving from Capricorn to Aries by the end of the week. So know that. Okay. Greetings, Cancer. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, this weekend's kind of romantic for you because the moon will be in the 7th house, and that's sort of a sweetheart of a place for you. And, that your lonely days should be over. There's been a lot of career shifts and changes in your life that you've had to adapt to. Your social life looks good and exciting. Sun in Libra, and Mars in Libra. It's kind of a strange, interesting combination because you don't consider yourself enemy of anyone, but you're having the hardest time with your family for some reason. And so you just gotta, sometimes we have to swallow our truth pill to them and just try and be nice and nod our heads and yes. And then go home and, blow it off with your friends. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. So nice to have Venus in the 1st house. That brings lovely people in your life and should help you with things going on in that sense. And Jupiter and Uranus, it might be like technological upgrades at your workplace, and so that's been a challenge to deal with. Sun and Mars are in your third house. That really resonates with brothers, and it also resonates with writings, especially if you have younger brothers. I mean, I'd be checking in on them, male friends, people, good time to journal and write. Well, greetings Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. So Mercury in the first house, it keeps you on top of your game. It's an exalted Mercury. You're obviously very smart. Mars in the second house, it's like important not to be too harsh with your words and just keep everything on the DL, because it's easy to, be overly blunt and bluntly honest, and that is not going to necessarily help. Because people aren't really ready for the truth, is what I've observed, Certainly not a lot of legacy media and even internet outlets are just kind of like, well, we better not let them say that or we'll deplatform them. So, it's a long place away from where free speech was in an old man Kozmickev100 growing up here. I'm like, hey man, we're punk rockers. We say what we want. It's all good. It's like, no. No. That's not nice. But full moon should be interesting. It could be full of surprises. This might be a little bit dangerous too. I was thinking that how it's not like a full-on lunar eclipse, but there is a little bit of that vibe, I would say. I think that's enough said. I think we're going to just, you're getting yourself, you're really good at self-educating right now and learning new things, and you're constantly challenged, but you're also constantly inspired. Greetings Libra, welcome to your horoscope. So, we'll talk Venus is in the 11th house, that's your social life, your friends. It's definitely good to connect with your people. I mean, that's going to help you emotionally, psychologically. In most cases, Mars is in Libra, so you're a little bit more active and braver than usual. And so this is like with the Sun and Mars in Libra, it's like show some decision. You're going to be showing up. And the thing is, I've always noticed, like, it's Libra season, people have Libra suns, Libra moons, Libra rising. You're going to see more of them in that time. So, don't be afraid to show up. This is good for you. All right, now we go to, oh yeah, that full moon could be romantic. It's in your 7th house, yes. Greetings Scorpio, welcome to your horoscope. So Mars is in Libra, that's the 12th house, that could be like the house of secret enemies. And it's like what I would say to Scorpio, like as we go through this time, is like, make sure you get a really good night's sleep. Now of course Pluto's still in Capricorn, that's your 3rd house, so that's your siblings, your friends, your place of communication. And so you're transforming your ability to communicate in different ways. Oh my God, how so many of us had to start communicating in different ways. There were types of people we never even dreamed of we'd ever have to meet before until now. And they have special needs. I have special needs too. Venus in the midheaven is really helping you, Scorpio. I mean, since most of you are sidereal Libras anyway, always pay attention to Venus. It doesn't matter if you're born after November 17th as much, but if you're born any time before the 6th, if you're born the 15th and before, the 23rd of October through the 15th, yeah, definitely pay attention to Venus, because it's a big player in your chart, bigger than you would think. And, Mars is in the 12th, we talked about that. Mercury's in the 11th, so you enjoy a good party. And, I just say it's like this is your time where you're kind of harvesting things, keeping a dream journal, and, allow yourself, if there's losses, you just have to embrace them and keep moving forward. Yeah. Greetings, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So let's see. So many people have different opinions about different subjects. Libra time is about your social life. It's about older siblings, and it's about people that can help you. So this is a good time. Now Jupiter, of course, is in Taurus, and that is the sixth house for you. So sixth house is working on your health, working on getting stronger. I mean, that's a continued theme. And I think that you'll be getting out a little bit more socially with the sun being in Libra and this full moon being in Aries. It's going to be fun. You're going to have fun. You're going to rage on the full moon, Sag. Let's go to Capricorn. Your readings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Well, we're starting with the moon in your first house today. If you're watching it Saturday, for Saturday viewers, the moon is in Purvashada, which is like the elephant's tusk, Ganesh, and clearing away obstacles. It has to do with water too. The god Apis ruling it. It's a Venus-ruled nakshatra, and so there's something very sweet about that. Now the full moon in Purvabhadrapada, or Uttarabhadrapada rather, it's gonna, it's bound to be a time where you have to kind of release and let go of things. So, be mindful of that. And it's, it might be a good time if you're a male Capricorn. It might be, your wife might be having some kind of success now that's been helping you, and you're really good at learning new things. You're really good at work opportunities right now. So there's a lot of pluses for Capricorn. Okay, greetings Aquarius, welcome to your horoscope. So, Venus in the 7th house continues to be a lovely theme, so especially for male Aquarians, wife is indicated by Venus, but even for female ones, there's certain peace and like good things happening in relationships right now for you. When we get to the full moon, that's going to really affect your community, where you live, how you communicate to other people. If you have any sisters, it could affect them. Female friends, perhaps from the past, might show up. You're dealing with kind of liquid capital in a way, I'd say, with Saturn and Neptune both in Pisces right now. You're seeing a lot of the limits and uncertainty right now financially, and you sort of empathize with that. Sun, though, in your 9th house and Mars there, it's like you're ready for an adventure. Okay. Well, greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. Libra time is like, that is the 8th house. 8th house is other people's stuff. It's occult studies, it could be death, it can be rebirth. It can be where you're in debt to others from past life karma and getting in debt. So it's like you want to watch, how you spend your money carefully. And you also want to look at where Jupiter is, and that's been in Taurus in the 3rd house. So a lot of wealth is among your siblings and among your friends. And, they're in some really interesting different places. Mercury's in your 7th house, so you're a really good sweet talker right now. You're able to make more peace than usual. And the weekend looks good. Like, this weekend looks really good for your social life. And I know this has overall been a pretty quick forecast, but and shaky at times too. But I want to thank my camera person, the dear Anna Meehan, for putting up with this. I would say subscribe to the show, give it a like. I love your comments. It's really a pleasure to be back with you. And hi to all the people out there, to Anna who's doing this, to Sean and to Rebecca and Word and whoever else is rejoining me right now. May it all be good. May you be blessed. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.